is going on, and welcome back to What Shall We Do Next? I'm Mike, your host, and I hope you guys are having the best day ever. Before I get started, guys, if you are new here, please subscribe if you haven't already done that. We're on the road to 82,000 subscribers, and I would love you to join me on this journey. So hit subscribe and join the fam. And also, guys, go follow me on all my social media. Links are in the description. I have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Snapchat, so go follow me in all of those. And as you guys know, I recently started a Facebook account, so you can add me on Facebook, and we can be Facebook friends, so go do that. Link is in the description. And finally, be sure to turn on the notification bell right next to the subscribe button. That way you get notified every time I upload a video. Thank you. But once again, I am coming back at you guys with another creepy video, and today we're talking about another scary, disturbing story. And this scary story is called All You Can Eat. So the story of All You Can Eat is a scary / disturbing story about a young child growing up with his father. But enough of the jibber jabber, let's get right over to the story. All You Can Eat. When I was a child, my father always used to say, if you kill something, you eat it. I suppose that sounds reasonable enough, but my dad always took things a bit too far. I remember the first time it happened. I was only 3 years old. I was stomping on ants. Scrape them up and eat them, son, he growled. I wouldn't do it. I cried, and I tried to run away, but he grabbed me and shoved the ants into my mouth, one by one. Afterwards, I threw up. One day, when I was 4, my father caught me pulling the wings off flies. You can eat them now or eat them later, he said. I started crying, but he picked up a fly and made me open my mouth. Then he dropped it in and forced me to swallow it. For weeks afterwards, I thought I could feel the fly buzzing around inside me. When I was 6 years old, I made a bow and arrow out of a stick and a piece of string. I was running around the backyard shooting arrows into the bushes when a bird flew by. I accidentally hit it, and it fell to the ground at my feet. My father was watching at the window. Bring it inside, he yelled. My dad made me watch as he plucked off all the feathers, cleaned the bird, and gutted it. Then he tossed it into a pot of boiling water. When it was cooked, he put it on a plate and set it down in front of me. It looked like a tiny little chicken. Now eat it, he ordered. Tears rolled down my cheeks. My father stood over me and made sure I ate every little piece. My dad wasn't all that bad. He bought me a puppy for my 8th birthday. A few months later, he decided to teach me how to drive a car. As we were backing out of the driveway, I heard a crunch and hit the brakes. We got out of the car, and when I saw my beloved pet dog squashed underneath those rear wheels, I fell to my knees and burst into tears. You know the rules, my dad said. I started shaking my head and crying. No. My dad picked up the dog, but I took off running into the fields. I spent the next 2 days and night sleeping rough in the woods. I was cold and hungry, but I did not want to go home. On the 3rd night, I waited until late, and all the kitchen lights were out. Then I climbed in the kitchen window as quietly as I possibly could and looked in the fridge. All of a sudden, I heard my father's voice coming from the darkness. Your dinner's on the table, he said. He flicked the lights on, and nodded to a big platter on the table. There lay my pet dog, roasted to a crisp with an apple in its jaws. I tried to run, but he grabbed me by the scruff of the neck and pushed me down on a chair. I couldn't stop screaming and crying, but he didn't care. Picking up a knife and fork, my father carved pieces off the dog and put them on my plate. He made me eat until I felt my stomach was about to burst. Something inside me snapped that night. I couldn't take it anymore. Then and there, I began plotting to run away. Early one morning, just before dawn, I got dressed and packed a bag. Then I quietly opened my bedroom door and tiptoed into the hallway. Standing at the top of the stairs was my father. He had been waiting for me. "Going somewhere?" he chuckled. I tried to run past him, but he stepped in my way. I accidentally slammed into him, and he lost his balance. Everything seemed to happen in slow motion. I watched my father fall backwards, and I reached out to grab him, but I missed. He tumbled down the stairs, hitting every step on the way down, and landed at the bottom with a dull thud. I ran down the stairs to try and help him, but it was useless. His neck was twisted at an odd angle, and his dead eyes stared up at me. I started crying uncontrollably. I was still crying as I switched on the oven and went out to the shed to fetch the axe.
And that is the end of that. Wow, so the kid learned from his father, and look where that got him, huh, Pops? So we got a little cannibalism going on, no big deal. I mean, at least the kid learned from his father. I'm sure that this is exactly what his father would want. You know, just to be eaten, not alive, but like still eaten by his own son. I mean, you taught him that, so at least he's doing what you showed him to do. Give him props for that, but come on, man. Cannibalism? Really? This got me questioning, where in this story was the mother? I think the father and the kid may have accidentally, or just maybe not the kid, because the kid would have known, he would have said in the story. But I got a feeling that the father had some kind of cuckoo issues, and I think that maybe the mama, something happened to her, maybe the dad accidentally killed her, and instead of like getting a burial like a normal person, he decided, you know what, I'm gonna cook me up some mama. The more I think about this, the more messed up it gets. It's crazy. Like, I never understood cannibalism. Like, I honestly don't think, I mean, if I was in a starving situation, I don't know, I think, is it messed up if I say I'm genuinely curious, like, what does human meat taste like? Like, if it's cooked, properly cooked, like, the way it's supposed to be. Is that messed up if I say that I'm tempted to try that? Because, let's just forget that I even said that. I swear I'm not a cannibal, I promise you guys. But overall, it's a pretty cool story. I just think that, like, how is it that the kid knows it's only because of his dad that he can't kill something without having to eat it as like a punishment. So the kid obviously, you know, he's learning this from his dad, and he obviously doesn't like that. That's why this kid's planning on running away. But like, he was eating the ants, the flies, the dog, and now that the dad's dead, you would think like the kid was literally just running out the house when he killed his dad. So like, you would think that the kid wouldn't want to eat like these things. That's right, like that's what he's saying in the story. It's right that he doesn't want to eat it. He wants to run away because his dad makes him do it, but now his dad's dead, so you would think that he would be somewhat happy to be free of eating all this crazy stuff. But why is it that his dad died and now all of a sudden he wants to eat the dad? Like, well, he doesn't want to, but like he feels like he has to. I don't know, maybe he still feels like like, it's just, I guess it's just the way he was raised. Like, his mind is just all cuckoo, cuckoo. But my question to all of you for question of the day is a pretty messed up question. But if you could try, like, human meat, like, and it's not gonna be old, like, old person meat, like, all gristle. It's gonna be, like, nice, you know, medium-aged flesh that's been cooked to, you know, restaurant standards, and maybe a little spice on top, something like that. I don't know. I don't know how you guys like your human meat. But would you be tempted to try it? Like, if somebody was to, like, say to you, like, this is human meat, do you want to taste it? And it was already cooked, but it wasn't like that person was killed. It was just, I don't know. Where am I going with this? What is going on right now? But let me know in the comment section. That is question of the day. Would you eat meat, human meat? Let me know. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it did get a little weird. I'm sorry. I am still, you know, I'm still normal, I promise. But if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below, and let's see if we can go for 92 billion likes on this video, a personal record. I would really appreciate that. So if you guys didn't see my previous video, which was about the Black Angel of Death in Iowa City, and you are interested in hearing that, it's actually a statue that's supposedly cursed. If you guys want to watch that, click on the outro when it comes on right about here, and it will take you straight over to that. Or you can watch another random video by clicking this side. It will do the same thing. But remember the most important thing of all, guys, chase your dreams. I love you all. Don't let anybody bring you down. Peace out. And if you guys do eat human meat, make sure it's cooked properly. Love you all.